Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I will not waste this opportunity. I'm with you.
Oh, yeah! You feel that? Push off.
Rocket barrage incoming. Thanks. Move back.
التكرار يعلم الشطار.
Damage increase.
They're crashing the party. Now do it. Up the volume. Not too good at you. Here, let's pick it up. Healing food.
Right beside you. Everyone, stay out of my way.
Score 0 to 3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Low. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching, that was a very beautiful matchup there by Badvam and Reinbeker Riesen. So we are currently underway to the for a 3-0 by Badvam. Let's see how Reinbeker Riesen is going to be responding to this match. So, if you guys are just joining us, this is a very quick matchup.
The adamantine is mine.
4, 3, 2,
Let's see how we're gonna go. We have XCM really up forward here on the with the Genji. That's very brave, but he's gonna be protected by the shield there by Draggery. Nice shield by Draggery with the on the Sigma. Still no picks at the moment, but we're able to make it out of spawn without any picks by Fedegurki, so that's good. Fedegurki already taking out Eric, so that's one. That's the opening pick there. Let's see if he can go. XCM about to get taken down. Skiller's gonna take out Blind Sidious, and that's XCM just hiding there at the top. They're already one down, so that looks like Rary's got the chance here to pick. Ooh, XCM playing it brave here, but Erebus and Z Freddy's already got the front point. Vainless taking out Skiller. That might be the opening needed to get that defense back up. Let's see how Badvam's gonna be dealing with this. XCM just on the back line, just trying to make things hard there. He's already got the blade. He might go for one. He takes out Blubby. Can he get the second? He's gonna go straight for Boom Baby, but he wasn't able to get just from the skin of his team. Boom Baby survived. The Dragon was able to finish off Z Freddy, and looks like they're gonna be resetting with Fedegurki. Vainless taking out Boom Baby, and that's a successful defense there for Badvam. So, Blind City is just going out of point. He's already going to make it on the back line. It looks like the entirety of Badvam has just bypassed Rary and are just going to take this fight up here in the high ground. Fedegurki trying to just focus on Vainless, but wasn't able to. He's already about to get taken down. Draggery taking out Erebus, and it looks like Badvam might be able to do it. Draggery about to get taken down. Veer really close to death, but Vainless was able to get a 2k. Blind City is taking out Skiller. Fedegurki was able to take out Eric's to clean it out, but this is going to Rary's. Nope. That is going to go towards Badvam's way. And Blind City is just going to try to keep most of Rary back into the spawn. Z Freddy's gonna ult out there, ult out of spawn, trying to make some space with the monkey ult. But there's no picks that can be converted with the ults. They're just wasting ults just out of spawn. With 1 minute 40 to go, they're gonna have to make this fast onto the clock. Fedegurki trying to build up Blade as fast as he can, but XCM's already taking out Z Freddy. He's got Blade ready. He can bust it out now. He's gonna go for Blubio. Blubio getting saved, but he gets taken out. Erebus is gonna take out XCM. Luckily, that Blade only converts to 1, but Avichan was able to revive XCM. There's the bomb by Erebus taking out Avichan. Rary can't seem to get out of spawn right now. It seems to be that the combination of the a combination of both the XCM blades and Blind City is just on Hammond. Just keep getting the backline alone is enough to keep Rary back on point. There's the Sigma ult there by Draggery that's gonna combine with Blind Sidious on the Hammond ult. See if he can get anything, but the bomb by Skiller is able to keep him alive. Blubio just going straight up for Draggery. Tank versus support, and the support here wins. And Rary's pushing the point. Blind City is back on the backline again. He's gonna take out Z Freddy. Ooh, that was not a pick that you want to have. It looks like Badvam will be able to at least stall this point out. With their main tank gone, it's all up to Erebus. But Boom Baby was able to revive Z Freddy, and XCM takes out Fedegurki. It's just a massive mashup here over in the server room in Gibraltar. Erebus gets taken down as well, demech'd. And looks like Badvam's gonna get all the picks, and that's 8 seconds to go, and that's gonna be first map to Badvam. Unless Rary can push out, but Vainless already taking out with his ult. Last ult there by Fedegurki, just trying to make some space, wasn't able to, and that's gonna be Badvam for first point. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, welcome to the Overwatch Community Clash anniversary. We are celebrating 1 year of hosting this tournament. So let's watch this play of the game by Vainless. That's Pharah on the first point. Bubble's going to be protecting, but Boom Baby gets taken out by Vainless early on. That backline just getting peppered by the Pharah. Then there's the ult that's going to take out Z Freddy, Fedegurki, and Erebus over there, and that's going to be first point. So it's going to be a tough matchup for Badvam. Let's see how they're going to go approach this. So we are going to be back at it again with our second map here. We're just waiting for the map bans to happen. So we have first map is going to go to Rary. Sorry, the first map is going to go to Badvam. With let's see how Rary's gonna respond. Can they make it up to tiebreaker, or is Badvam gonna take it all the way? We're gonna see next here in a couple minutes. Okay, we're coming up to the second map here of this best of three group stage match, which is Reinbeker Riesen versus Badvam. So Badvam's currently going to be doing the group ban, so they've banned Busan, and Rary has decided to ban Oasis. So we are going to be playing in Nepal for our second map of our 3-map group stage match here, and the our Overwatch Community Clash anniversary. So, if you're just joining us here in the chat today, Badvam is currently leading 1-0 against Reinbeker Riesen. So let's see how Rary is going to be responding to that in our next map here in Nepal. Will Rary try to even it out, and we're going to be going to a tiebreaker, or is Badvam going to be advancing to the group stage? We'll see next in a couple of minutes. Of course, if you guys have if you guys are supporting any of the players, feel free to drop by into the chat, say hi, make sure that you can. A couple of the players are going to be seeing this. Are going to be seeing the replay after the game, so make sure that you show your support during the times in which they pop off. Get any hashtags out, get any copy pastas out, and enjoy a game. We're going to be having a couple of games of Overwatch here before the big semi-final, which is going to be happening tomorrow at Sunday at 2 p.m. CEST for the European match and 2 p.m. EDT for the NA match. So right now we're currently doing the European matches, and in about 6 hours we're going to be doing the American matches. So if you guys are new to the Community Clash, it's a tournament hosted by the Our Overwatch Community Discord that we host monthly, or at least every 6 weeks. So to show that to allow non-professional players to show their skills in a tournament setting. Anyways, we are about to be underway in a couple of minutes. In about 30 seconds, we're going to be starting this matchup here in Nepal. Stay tuned, and we will start our matches in a bit.
Ready for battle.
Walks among you.
Stick to the plan, but be ready to adapt if necessary.
Alright, it's going to be a little bit different. Now that we are able to see a little bit of the planning session, we're going to see how the compositions are going to be running up. It looks like Team Riesen are going to be running a heavily focused brawl comp today, running the Junkrat and the Reaper for their main DPSs, and they're going to run Zarya and Sigma for their main tanks. It's quite interesting, especially with the new meta shakeups. Whilst Badvam, with Blind Sidious apparently being a Hammond one-trick, is going to stick with Hammond for the meantime, and we'll see how it goes. Vayinless is back on the Pharah again. We'll see how they're going to compete. The last match, Vayinless was able to pop off with the Pharah, and it looks like they may not be, and Riesen may not be able to counteract that. We have Fedegurki immediately going back to spawn to see if he can switch off to a hit scan hero, but that may be too late. Eric's already taking out Skiller, and it looks like Badvam, taking advantage of that switch, are gonna go straight for the attack, and that's one team fight won already, with XCM on the Echo about to finish off the rest of Riesen, but he was able to make it back to the Mega, and they're gonna get the first point. Just scaring off Riesen from with the Pharah was enough to win that team fight alone. They saw the advantage that they had with Fedegurki having to go back into spawn, and knowing that they had enough time to make a push and get the pick before Fedegurki could get back to the team was enough for them to win that team fight. So that was a good counterplay there by Badvam. Rather than play the game on the mechanics level, they played it on the mind game level. That was impressive. Skiller taking out Blind Sidious, so that's one map up there. Draggery's about to get taken down, but luckily he gets saved by the rest of his team, taking out Boom Baby. Fedegurki, ooh, that was a misplay on the Dynamite there, wasn't able to get, but he still gets Draggery on the misplay. Draggery's gonna try and push it out with what? Vayinless takes out Skiller, and that's going to be another team fight won by Team Badvam. That is a difficult fight here for Team Rary. Seems to be the counter Vayinless on that Pharah. They need to put more pressure on that. As you can see here, Vayinless is just giving Rary is giving too much space for Vayinless just to decimate the backline with the Pharah, and they can't seem to put pressure even with Fedegurki on the Ashe. This is what's gonna happen. They can't Insidious gets trapped out there. He's gonna get taken out by Fedegurki. That's one pick for Team Rary. Can they push this fight? If they can take out Baneless, Fedegurki takes out Eric's. That's 2. Looks like this is gonna be a good push, but Avichan was able to revive Blind Insidious. So that's there's back to square one, and they need to take out that Hammond if they can even push up. XCM back on the blade. He's gonna try and get some points, try to get some picks here. Baneless taking out Fedegurki again. Rough show for Team Riesen here. If they try to focus on Baneless, Blind Insidious gets on the back line with the Hammond, and that's 99%. That's first map for Nepal.
Bob, do something.
Reinbeker Riesen is going to have to pull something new if they want to win against Badvam, because that combination of both Baneless on the Pharah, Blind Insidious on the Hammond, and XEM on the Genji is enough to just decimate the backline before they even make it to the front fight. And Avichan getting those Pog reses out to keep the fight going is pretty impressive. We'll see how it's gonna go. XCM has decided to switch to the... Okay, they've decided to switch to a Doomfist and Torbjorn. Seems to be that Badvam's gonna have a little bit of fun. They're just gonna have a little bit of fun. So they're gonna try and go for the symmetric teleport, get as much of the team out there as possible. We'll see how Reinbeker Riesen is gonna respond to this. They're still sticking with Z, Freddy, and Boom Baby. Oh, actually, they're switched Boom Baby from the Zarya. They're now switching to double shield comp with Reinhardt here on Nepal Shrine. So this could actually, Nepal on Nepal. So this could actually be a good chance here. The double shields would help against Vineless with the Widow, but Vineless already takes out Fedegurki with the Widow, and that's going to be 1 DPS down. Let's see how they're going to respond here. Charles is on the back line, about to get isolated, but he's done enough to push the team fight back out from the choke. Blind City is going to take out Boom Baby, and it looks like Badvam is going to be winning the first fight. Ooh, Blubby gets taken out by Eric's. That was a beautiful Bionade there. Tough fight for Reinbeker Riesen. That's a team kill right there. This is going to be an interesting matchup here. Actually, I'm still sticking to the Symmetra, actually. I thought he would switch off after the teleporter, but he seems to be sticking through. Let's see how Reinbeker Riesen is going to be facing with this fight. Blind City is all the way in the back line, just being annoying. That's what you get for being a Hammond main. That is very impressive stalling point. By making sure that the back line gets stalled out, they won't be able to focus enough for a front. There's XCM about to take out Fedegurki, but being saved by Blubby alone, he gets taken out. That's actually good enough. That's the first DPS pick that they can take. Let's see if Reinbeker Riesen can go. Blind City is making it out alive even after getting Bionaded. That was very lucky. Now we have Fedegurki trying to focus on Violence. He's going to take Violence out. That's 2. Can he take out Eric's? And this could be the first team fight for Reinbeker Riesen. Fedegurki is going to focus on Eric's before he makes it to the Mega. He makes it to the Mega, luckily, and Eric survives. But it looks like Reinbeker Riesen is going to be taking the first point here. Blind City is taking out the ult, busting out the ult in the middle of the point, stalling out, already taking out Boom Baby. Skiller is going to die. And it looks like this is going to be a teamfight loss for Riesen. They're going to have to back out from here. Badvam playing these games perfectly. This is good fights for Badvam. They get the team fight, even if they take early picks from even if their DPS gets picked off early, they know that they can still sustain the fight just from their neutral game alone. So that's impressive to see here from Badvam. But let's see how Rary is going to respond to this. They have 2 ults right now. They have the Pharah ult and the Ana ult. Let's see if they can combo any of this together. Ult economy is currently on Rary's side right now. Let's see how they're going to respond to this. Blind City is going to go straight for Scary. He's going to just survive by the skin of his teeth, and actually he's going to have to back out. Fedegurki taking out XCM. Rary has the chance to push out here, but they're being Badvam's being extremely aggressive, especially Draggery on the Orisa pushing all the way up far from choke. Just to stall them out. He could actually take out Erebus. He takes out Erebus. He might take out Spectre over here. Sorry, Skiller over here, but he's not. And they're just... Draggery just decided to just spawn camp on the Orisa. Blind City is just spinning to win it on the ball, but he's gonna he nearly gonna get killed out there. He's gonna luckily get saved by the Valkyrie, and it's gonna be another stall fight for for Team Badvam and Rarity. Blind just takes out Blood. XCM takes out Skiller. This is going to be a fight for... Ooh, Federici takes out Violence on the hit, but it's not enough, and that's going to be overtime already. Blind is just going to try his best to take out Z Freddy. He's going to go down, and that is match for Rary, unless they can stall out the point. Blubby switched out to the Lucio. Actually, both of them are both tanks are pretty low, but Rary is not going to be able to make it to that point. They switch to the stall tactic, try to make it out with the Tracer, try to push out that overtime, but that's 99%, and that's going to be 2-0 for Team Badvam. Congratulations, Team Badvam. They're going to be approaching. They are going to be advancing in the group stage. Beautiful plays all around by both teams, but it was quite difficult to counteract the switch ups by Team Badvam, especially against the DPS as Veinless XEM. And of course, having to deal with that, I mean, that just by itself is already hard enough to deal with. Beautiful plays there. So, let's see how it's gonna go here on the Overwatch Community Clash anniversary. So congratulations to Team Badvam. They're gonna be approaching in the group stage. For Reinbeker Riesen, fear not, you guys are gonna still be moving down to the bracket, but as long as you guys win up to the if you guys keep a winning streak up, you guys might be able to make it to the semifinals tomorrow. So thank you very much. This has been your caster, Poxy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the semifinals and grand finals of the Overwatch Community Clash anniversary. Thank you very much for signing in. We'll see you guys in a bit. And the delay's already on, so Obi, glad to have you back. Welcome to the Overwatch Community Clash anniversary. It's been 1 year.
Oh my god, it's so good to be here, my friend.
It's been so 1 year since we've started this, haven't it?
Yeah, it has been a whole year.
Yeah, we've started
One whole year.
We started this just back when I was running this entire thing on a MacBook off OBS, and then you and I were casting with Paulo. That was also the anniversary of the eventual busting out the Maybomb as well. That was an interesting thing.
Ah,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, so much has changed. But yet we're still playing the same game.
We're still playing the same game. We're playing the same game. We're still doing the same thing, and somehow we've upgraded our production value to a lot. Anyways,
Certainly have.
welcome back.
Really
You weren't here during the previous game, but we have Nike Exiles versus Team Badvam over here in the winners bracket. Winner here goes up to the semi-finals, I believe, on Sunday, and loser here goes down to the losers bracket, but still could make it all the way back up to the semi-finals tomorrow. So. I don't know about you, Obi, but like Badvam's been. I watched their game I watched their game previously, and they've been on a roll, especially with Veinless on the DPS. Speaking of which, we're going back here in Gibraltar, and they're running the same tactic as well. They got Veinless on the Pharah, Blind Sidious on the Hammond, Avichan on Mercy, XM on the Blade, and Eric's on the Lucio. Whilst on Team Nike Exiles, we have Crackers on Tracer, Jazz on Zenyatta, Castleton on Diva, Beer King on Ash. Oh, okay. We have looks like we're gonna have to take a break here. Looks like we're gonna have to do a restart.
We put the first competitive pause in there. Tactical pause.
We're gonna have a tactical pause.
We do in fact need to go through this once more, so let's see what's happened here. We'll get that up and running.
All right. Seems to be we have a technical difficulties. We're gonna get you back to the game right away, but just stay tuned and we should be back in a bit. In the meantime, also getting all this set up, for any of you viewers who are watching, welcome to the Overwatch Community Clash. This is a monthly tournament that the subreddit Overwatch Discord hosts about every 6 weeks or so. We try to get it monthly, and it's a chance for non-professional players to get their start in tournament play. So we are back underway in another 30 seconds. We all right there, Obi?
Yeah, it's good. Hey, this is the first time that we've actually casted since last year, isn't it?
It is actually. It's been a while.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu? Like we just talked about this maybe 5 minutes ago?
Exactly. You'd think that sometimes we've done it all again, but like it's just interesting to hear it all, to hear it all for the second time. I mean, second chances are great, isn't it, Obi?
It's right. Just like my good friends from Steely Dan, you're going back, Jack, do it again, and we're doing it again. It looks like there was just some technical difficulties there.
Yeah,
So
I believe there's just an issue with how the map competition was set up, but luckily the game hasn't progressed that far in that we were able to there wasn't anything quite substantial those mids, so we're great. Anyways, let's go back to the composition. So it looks like Nike Exiles or NES are running a heavily they're going to be running a full dive setup here, where they have Tracer and Ashe for their dive DPS. Well, Tracer going to be the dive DPS, Ashe going to stick back, try to get some early picks, especially with the damage boosted. That's going to be great. On Badvam's team, they're going to be running Veinless again on the Pharah, because that worked last time against the first group stage match with Riesen. So let's see if they can pull it off again. Let's see. Veinless already going to try and go up here, trying to find the back line. They're going to stick all the way back. So it's all up to Beer King for the meantime to see if he can counteract Veinless. Let's see how we can go. But Blind City is in the backside, trying to get some picks off. XCM already taking out Devil King, and that's the first pick.
Yeah,
taking out
interesting
XCM.
that we see. Already, this only just started pushing the payload once they got their first pick. So this is very interesting, very deliberate strategy. Just make sure they get the heads up before they can even start moving that payload. And now they've got themselves quite a hefty amount of space and just bring that in a couple meters at a time, but very comfortably, very convincingly with that one pick.
Ooh, Devil King already taking out XCM. That's the pick that could be enough for Badvam to back off, and Draggeries are going to get taken out as well by Castleton. That was a beautiful play by both tanks there to take out Draggery and XCM. So you're going to have to give it up. That's going to be a win for Team Nike Exiles on that team fight. And looks like Badvam's going to have to back off. Veinless trying to get some picks though, but it can't seem to get any conversions on those rockets. So they're going to have to wait and see how they're going to do it. Ooh, that was close by Devil King over there, nearly getting taken out. Let's see if Charles can finish off Devil King, but he's going to have to back off right there.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty nice little push around, just getting a little bit more meters into that first checkpoint. But I think that it looks like that they've managed to hold this off just far enough to get the whole team to come back together.
Yeah,
So
it seems to be Draggeries where he switched off
wow.
from the I believe he was initially playing Sigma, and now he's going to the Hog. See if the Hog is the Hog changes are going to affect it. Oh, he gets stuck, nearly gets taken down, but luckily he was able to survive that with a timed health pack there. Beer King taking out 3. He's
Beer
going
King.
insane.
Just managed to land the bomb to help distract the team, and it looks like it's helping out very well. Draggery having to retreat.
Yeah. Oh, also, by the way, Draggery wasn't playing Sigma. He was playing Winston, but that was a beautiful play there by Beer King. That was it almost came in just from that was almost a Badvam win. Luckily, Beer King was able to get it with the bomb and get the 3 kill. So you gotta give it to Nike Exiles. Even though they've gotten some of the picks there, they're just really not willing to back off. So let's see how they're gonna go. Devil King currently has the Winston ult, and he's pretty low. He might pop it out right now. He's gonna pop it out right now. He's gonna go focus on Blind Sidious right now. And let's see how they're gonna switch. XCM, seeing this, has switched to the Reaper, but gets taken out by Beer King alone. That's another kill.
Nice headshot.
Oh, beautiful headshot there by Beer King to take out Veinless, and that is a tough break for Team Badvam. They're gonna have to back off again. That
Yeah,
switch,
truly it has been quite the Bear King show right now.
It really is.
Go so far ahead. And Crack
Yeah.
is, you know, with the leadership that this team has, it's really just quite a solid roster that's going on right now. Bear King really just pulling out all the numbers and the punches, stopping this defense from being pushed any further back.
Yeah, now let's see how Badvam's going to respond to that. They've responded by switching XCM onto the Sombra to see if they can at least try to deny some of the resources that Team Nike Exiles is trying to do. So there's the beat there by Eric. That's going to be the good push. Blind Sidious takes out Jazz. That's 2 already on the pick. Let's see how Beer King's going to respond to that. He's got the Bob. He knows he can put it out, but he's been put too far back. So it looks like they might be able to lose to Badvam might be able to win this just on space alone, and that gets taken out. But he just takes out Beer King, and that's going to be the win for Badvam into the first point. But that was really close.
Yeah, you can see it's been quite the jungle. As soon as they have to move back into the second point, underneath the plane, it's just all going all over the place now. It's fine as they got a couple more meters.
Devil King with the big dive there. Beer King taking out Veinless. That's their main DPS down. Let's see how they're going to respond to this. Another good dive there by Devil King. They'll see if try and get Avichan as well. But Blind Sidious was able to peel back for his support. Beer King just taking out Avichan outright. And they're going to have to back off again. But they may have wasted a bit too much ults on that one just to finish off that team fight. That could have been easily solved just on picking them off. But XCM just having a 1v1 here with the Tracer. And he gets taken out by Beer King again. Somebody stop that Ashe. He is insane. Devil King takes out Draggery, and Eric is going to get finished off. Badvam have to back off if they don't want to keep stalling for time.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're still gonna keep moving forward, just as small pieces, and try and see if they can get back onto that payload. But right now, it's
Now-
in that middle, like just in that gray area.
That was a good switch there by Vaneless. He knew that he was being picked off by the Pharah, by the Ashe a bit too much as Pharah, so he's now switched back to the Soldier, so he can get a bit more damage off, maybe heal for the support a little bit more, rather than as Pharah. Let's see how we're gonna go to counteract this slightly dive-ish push. There's the big push there by Dragger. He's gonna bust out the whole hog. There's the ult by XEM for the EMP, but the Bob comes out a bit too far, maybe a bit enough. Jazz gonna go for the Transcendence, try to keep his team alive. But Badvam playing this, if Badvam plays it properly, they'll be able to make it to the point. There's a bit of a mess or a fracas going on at the point, but it looks like Nike Exiles are going to take this based on the picks alone. Eric is going to get finished off, same with Draggery, and that they're backing off. Seconds alone, it's pretty risky stalling it out here because they're going to be stalling that timer out. Eric is going to have to run out. Vaneless trying to go for the visor, but gets taken out. Jazz just straight up taken out Blind Sidious, and that is team wipe again for that's a team fight won again by Nike Exiles.
Yeah, you can see there's just a very beautiful amount of set plays that are going here for the defense, and it's just happened again where they get this close to the edge and they've got a very convincing defense. So now they've got more time to just build themselves up to the high ground, see what they're going to do with maybe handling this wrecking ball. It's not a one trick, my friend. This is a very real wrecking ball threat. It's just about to take that Halo point.
Yeah, I
do
do agree.
they know?
You have to, oh, they're gonna go try and push this.
Oh, they do.
Back cap, that was close. Actually, I missed the bat cap there, but yeah, that was quite close by the wrecking ball. You have to give he's been doing extremely well. He takes out Jazz. He might be able to take out third. He got the ult right up onto the point, so he might be able to just back cap this alone. If they can take out Devil King gets frozen out by XEM. This is all on how they can play this with the tanks, but it looks like they're gonna give up the point. Devil King gets taken out, and they're gonna take second point on Gibraltar just for the skin of their teeth alone.
Yeah, it's a really good pick off for Vaneless getting the Sky on Mercy. It's just not a problem when you've got there 4 or 5 people team fights. It's just you gotta have to bring it back, and it looks like they will with a full stack of ultimates ready. So their ult economy could not be better, ready for this next round of defense. But this time they really got to make it happen.
That is completely true. So they're gonna try, and if all Nike Exiles has to do here is they have to manage their resources and the ult economies alone. If they try their best to get those picks even without using the ults, that's more time for them to stall out. So this is pretty good by Nike Exiles. They haven't used a single ult, but Jazz has been taken down. That's a Transcendence that could have been used to save the rest of the team. Let's see how they're going to back off from here, or if they're going to try and push up the fight. They are pushing up the fight, actually. I stand corrected.
Getting the 2 headshots in a row, but now it's time to bring out all those ultimates one at a time. Got the Valkyrie off, we got the Diva Bomb, we've got the Bomb, we got the Pulse Bomb, and we got only 1 kill from all of that, but it was still a very convincing one.
Devil King still has the monkey ult. That's still enough to keep it. And Casilton was able to take out Blind Sidious even without the Diva Bomb. So that could be the turning point. Ooh, XEM just being saved by both an ice block and a shield at the same time.
Yeah, loving the dynamite just to be able to force that out.
It used to be Nike Exiles' chance on the ult economy. Now it's Badvam's turn. They got all the ults and they're busting it all out at the same time just to see if they can get a push. Devil King trying to push them all off the point, but they can't seem to get a pick. It's just madness going on at the point. XEM's about to get taken out by the tree through, but Draggery takes his crackers at the meantime. Beer King takes out XEM. It is just it's just pure chaos going on. Trying to see who can get the pick off first. Casilton takes out Eric. That's 2 supports down. Dragon gets taken off. This is going to be a tough fight. Casilton's about to get D-mech'd, but I don't think without the tanks, and there's a Bob by Beer King. That is already
It's a good shield and it's a great Bob. Just be able to shut down Sidious with the Bob shot.
Is round 1 complete. 2 points for Team Badvam, but that was a beautiful defense by Team Nike Exiles.
0 to 2. Switching sides.
Wow, and you can say that spinning to win might work really well in control, but this ain't control. This is a Watchpoint Gibraltar. That payload, when it moves, it can be very effective, but in a time lock like that with overtime, you're probably going to be running yourself a little bit dry and making yourself very easy target, spinning around in very predictable manner.
Yeah, you are right. This isn't this isn't control point. This is assault. So, I mean, to be fair though, that Hammond is quite difficult to counter evenly. I think it was probably based on just Beer King's pure shots alone on the Ashe, taking out maybe 1 to 2, even 3 at some point during the team fight. that just changes the tide entirely. I mean, you have to give credit to Vainless. He tried his best on Pharah. It worked on his last game, but just getting picked off by the Ashe alone was just enough to just end the entire team fight. So you have to give Nike Exiles credit. They know that the dive did work, and having it backed up by Beer King and Crackers on both Ashe and Tracer was able to just completely shatter Badvam's defense. So let's see how Nike Exiles are going to respond. They were okay. They're still going to be running the same dive comp as before. Let's see how Badvam's going to respond. They've run Vainless back on the Soldier rather than on the Pharah, and they got Eric switching off from support into DPS now. They're switching XCM back into Zenyatta with Eric's on the Reaper. Let's see if this change is going to be a better matchup for them before. We've seen it happen where just a quick switch of roles can already can change the way a team plays based on their composition. So let's see if this is going to do anything. Blind Sage is playing it really close. Cracker's already taking out AV-Chan. That's going to be difficult, but we have Vainless already on the back line. Going to try and deal as much damage as before. But it may not be enough. Delkin going for a brave dive there against Eric, nearly getting taken out. Blind Sage takes out Crackers. Eric takes out Kasilton, and this is going to be a team fight 1 for Badvam? Oh, actually no. Beer King takes out Blind Sage. That's one tank down. If Devil King survives, they might be able. Nike Exiles might be able to make it to the first point, but Eric takes out Devil King. So
yeah,
I guess
so it looks like there's a fair start, a fair push, but Eric's is not going to have any of that. They're not going to make it around to that very last corner. It's all going to look like a solid defense, pushing them, letting them through, and just not letting them come back.
Yeah, actually, Eric's was able to save that team fight. I would have won by Nike XL, but he was able to take out Crackers and Devil King all in one go. So that Reaper switch may have been the thing that saved this game. Let's see how Nike XL is going to counter this. Now we got Blind Sage back on the ham, and he's going to go for a big slam here. He's going to take all 4. XEM's going to clear out Beer King. That's a team fight that could be won. Let's see how they're going to go with this conversion. Sky revives Beer King. So Nike Exile still has a chance. There's a brave push here by Devil King, but I think Eric's might have been isolated there. He takes out Sky. He takes out 3.
Oh, he
Make
still
that
did
4
it.
with help by Blind Sidious and Draggery, and that is a team fight won by Badvam.
Yeah, Eric's really did hold on to the Death Blossom. It all looked like it was being sponged and he was being a threat. He just kept rolling and he pushed himself off. Managed to get 3-4 kills.
That was a
Just
risky
like
play
that.
there by Eric's, actually, Obi. Like, he was
Very,
this close
very
to dying.
well
If he
paid
died,
off.
that would have been a good push already by Nike Exiles. They risked everything on that Death Blossom push. Let's see how they're going to respond. Devil King already annoyed. He's going to go back for another push again, but he's going to play it brave, trying to 1v1 the Reaper. That's not a very good matchup, especially when you know that the Reaper can self-heal it with high HP targets. Jazz still holding on to that Transcendence. They might use it for this push. Let's see how we're going to go for the ult economy, but the ult economy is currently on... it's equal on both sides. Only Eric's using Death Blossom. Let's see how they're going to respond. Whoever baits out the Transcendence first is going to be the one that might actually win this fight. That Diva Bomb there by Kasilton wasn't able to get anyone. Cracker's getting out XPM, but Eric's taking out Jazz. That's both powerful support ults already down for the count on this fight. So it's entirely on who can get the pick here first or who can get their support back into the fight. Nike Exile is going to have to back away here. So it looks like Badvam has a chance to stall it out in first point, but with 60 seconds, if they can manage the resources properly, Nike Exile still might have a chance here, seeing how Beer King, if he can get some good picks with the Ashe and with the Bob, it might be enough to win the fight. So let's see how they're going to respond to this. It's all up to XCM, if he can, or XCM and Jazz, see if they can keep their team alive with their Transcendence.
Yeah, not only that, Lysidius has been doing a very convincing job. No shield, no problem. He's just got enough to be able to make his clean getaway.
Ooh, there's the pick. That's the initial pick. Crackers with the help. Oh, sorry, Beer King with the help of Crackers takes out XCM. AV-Chan was able to revive him. There's the ult by Jazz to stall out to push the point. They baited out the Transcendence. There's the Death Blossom by Eric's. Not enough to get the pick, and he's gonna get.
Oh,
that was a beautiful play by Eric's. He survived the Tracer bomb by warping next to the Tracer.
Oh dear, that was a very unfortunate pulse bomb. Definitely would have made a difference if the tide changed.
Obi, did you see that play by Eric's?
Yeah, I did. That
That
Death
was-
Blossom really did a second time. Really did some amazing stuff. Post hitting that Q button. This really is quite something for all those Reaper mains.
Yeah, you
They
gotta
are crap
give it.
right now.
Reaper mains are enjoying this matchup right now, especially with the dive setup right here. That's just beautiful. You can almost paint a picture with that Death Blossom. But shout out for Nike Exiles, Beer King, 30% of team hero damage, single-handedly won at least 2 of those team fights with the Bob alone. But shout out to both Crackers and to Crackers on the Tracer. A lot of his plays were essential in getting Beer King to get those picks off. So it's really a toss-up on who's going to be winning this fight. I honestly thought that Nike Exiles was going to win those fights. Besides Eric's Death Blossom there for Badvam. But yeah, that's going to be the first map to Badvam, and we're going to be moving on to map 2 here in the group stage for the winners bracket of the Our Overwatch Community Clash anniversary. So in a couple minutes, we're going to be underway. We're going to have the map ban soon, so let's see which teams are going to be banning which maps.
I'm getting the UGH from Avi Chen. I guess they're quite convinced that being called bad for short is always kicking themselves constantly, but they're really loving it. Deep down they know. They're self-aware.
They are self-aware. All right, so we're going to be waiting up. Our next map for the map ban is going to be either Oasis, Nepal, or Busan. So we'll see which of these 3 maps are going to be banning for Nike Exiles or by Badvam.
Let's do it.
All right, so it looks like teams are going to be picking Oasis for this next matchup. So, based on the fight alone, Obi, what do you think is going to be the... I nearly called you Uber there. I mean, to be fair, though.
I want to be an Uber like you one day, Uber.
True. To be fair, though, shout out to Uber. Yeah, that guy honestly rapped God on his casting. Same thing. I want to be the same when he does his play-by-plays. But, Obi, what do you think is going to be the predictions here on Oasis? So, we mentioned it before that Blind Sidious being a Hammond main, it's going to be pretty strong here, especially because he'll be able to stall out the point as much as possible as Hammond.
Yeah, with Wrecking Ball on this particular map in control, I think you'll find that the city center has some weird parts to the way that you need to think about using him. So instead of being able to spin on this very large point, he's actually going to have a lot of sort of cut corners in places, so he won't be able to do a perfect circle. A technical aside for a ball that just rolls around and damages people. What else do you think might be going on here?
Well, I think with the way Nike Exiles are running full dive, I'm surprised that no one from Badvam has actually chosen anyone that could counteract the dive comp. So like, why hasn't Baneless run the McCree, for example? Anything that could do, like, there hasn't been much CC play that's been going on. No stuns, not many like pushes. Mostly just full-on dive comps running. Just, you know, getting those early picks. So I just want to see.
Alright.
Oh, actually, speaking of which, Axiom's about to nearly get taken
We're
down.
already
by
right
by
into
Thief.
it right here. Look at that
Yeah.
dive, taking out the Immortality Field. I like the split that they did here, just getting everybody onto the jump pad. Let's get that started. To help with the Beer King now on the Sombra, doing their good reconnaissance work. Just going all in.
So-
Really shuffling around.
It's actually pretty interesting. I think Nike Exiles have caught on that that Reaper might actually be useful. That Reaper might be better on this play based on the way the both tanks of Badvam are going. Because Crackers has switched from Tracer to the Reaper, but probably to deal with Beer King on the Sombra. But with the way it's going, Badvam's actually getting these. I mean, Blind Siege just takes out Sky. Casilton's gonna take out Vaneless, but that may not be enough to get the push. XCM nearly becoming a third DPS here.
And Jazz. Well, there we go. There's the pulse bomb, and happy with the res. Cracker's getting Blind Sidious, but at this point, it probably wasn't worth the trade-off.
What's also pretty
still have
interesting-
Devil King on point.
Yeah, what's pretty interesting is that a lot of Badvam has switched off their initial roles, so I feel like they're a little bit more flexible based on the type of heroes. Whilst Nike Exiles are still sticking to, like, everyone has their set strategy, their set plays. So it's interesting to see how this matchup's going to change, because Eric's was a support player before running Lucio. Now he's running Tracer, which could mean that they're gonna be playing the game extremely different as how they did it in Gibraltar. But
Yeah,
let's see how they're gonna go. Veinless already has the ult, but the ult economy is currently on Nike Exiles by just a hair, especially if Sky can get that Lucio ult right out. That beat could be enough to change the entire team fight. Blind City is gonna get taken out by Casilton with help by Crackers. And
Oh no, Jazz gets booped off the edge of the map. Zuri lost half of their healing output without Sky needing to use the ultimate right now.
ooh, Devil King
Really
gets taken
need
out
to
by
hold on to
Eric's. That's a monkey ult that could have been used more. There's the bomb here. It might take out a lot more. Nope, doesn't. Just takes
Good
out the
zoning.
ammo field.
Just the more.
Yeah.
Just one immortality field. Bye bye. And Carlson gets taken out at the cost of that risk, the remake.
That Reaper is doing great work against Blind, though. That's going to be a hard thing to deal with. But they seem to be zoning out that Reaper pretty well enough that they can actually still keep using the Hammond. But they're 66 at the point, but the ult economy is currently with Nike Exiles, so let's see how they're going to respond to this. There's another
Alright,
dive
we got
there
that
by
slam
Blind.
initiation.
That's
yeah, Blind
enough.
City is
He gets
getting in
taken
and
out by
rolling out.
Casilton. There's the EMP.
Oh,
It might be enough. Nike
that's
Exiles.
by the EMP. That's right,
And-
that's the one that's gonna do it for them. They're gonna be able to retake this point, but it doesn't look like they're gonna start without getting Baptiste, who's sitting in the middle. Didn't realize that you could control the point and contested it in there. They do manage to get XCM and they managed to retake the point.
At 92% though, that could have been a good stall tactic, enough just to get them over the edge. But let's see how they're going to respond to that. They did waste a lot of ults, but Sky still has the beat. It's enough to stall at least 2 team fights if they can play this well. If they make sure that they can get some early picks.
Yeah, I think I've got a sign that they might be able to chain these ultimate abilities one by one if Sky managers have to pull out their ultimate a little early. They're gonna
Okay,
have to
there's the
output
beat
a lot of
that they were
damage.
able to bait it out. Let's see how they're going to combine it. They use Veinless on the soldier ult with the visor. He wasn't able to get a pick. And they're able to run it down. They were able to run down the clock. That was a good goal. That was a good beat.
Yeah, the vines popped out and they managed to float above Winston Shield, which is now gone.
Ooh, Eric
And
with the
does
full
look like
call.
there's a rotation going around. He's gonna be
Takes
chasing
out
after my idiot, but he's out of there. He doesn't want to be the first one to fall. It's gonna be Jazz and Crackers. It looks like half the team's already gone wiped out for NES.
That was yeah, that was an interesting team fight. That was actually pretty good
Very
on Badvam side. So they were able to bait out Sky's Lucio beat, and then from there on just play classic Overwatch. Even if they wasted Veinless as Soldier Visor, they were still able to push it out. XCM busting out the window with a combination of the bomb just to by Draggery just to take out Crackers, and that's going to be a team fight won by Badvam. They're going to take the first point unless Nike Exiles can stall it out.
Sky's still in this. Sky's still in this to try and touch the point, and he doesn't quite make it. But this is still just an incredible first map. The
It's a
first
close
round
fight
of
from both
Oasis.
sides.
It has been very close, and they've made some very convincing plays here, like what happened in their last match on Gibraltar. So I definitely see some poise for hope here. Nobody is out and running yet. It's not a complete blowout. Far from it. I'm hoping to see XCM, Eric's, and the combination with Simon Blind City is absolutely be able to just be quite the wreck on the ball. And Bear King just swapping up a whole lot with the DPS. I'm hoping this one will be able to lock it down. Once he finishes using the teleporter with Sim, who knows what we're going to be getting. But we do have Crackers on the Junkrat, so you can expect a lot more damage output to really get rid of this team.
That's going to be great, and they've switched Devil King off from their... They've switched from a dive comp to a little bit more of a brawly comp, running the Reinhardt. Let's see how they're going to respond to this. Badvam still going to keep going with their full dive, so this might be a bit tough, especially for Badvam, because Nike Exile Devil King will be able to at least heal for his turn. Blind Sidious already taking out Crackers. That's initial fight. Beer King takes out Blind Sidious. So that's a one-for-one trade, but a tank's more valuable than a DPS.
Yeah,
So
looks
let's
like I
see how they're
spoke too
gonna
soon. Time to eat my words. Bear King is going to stay with the Symmetry, and it definitely paid off to slow down Blind Sidious, and we've got Draggery, who's just stuck in the little corner on the point. But it looks like the rest of the tanks are going to be doing a whole lot of work, while Veinless is just sitting out high top on the high ground. Draggery is out of mech. Castilion has managed to get Veinless with a nice little melee shove to the head.
Oh, and there's Casilton also able to do...
And there's Draggery.
Draggery's off the map there. And Badvam's going to have to back away. So it's true, it is that that switch to the Reinhardt was a good play there by Nike Exiles, being able to peel for their backline a lot better than when they were running full dive. So let's see how they're gonna Badvam's gonna respond to this. So they're playing this very grouped up Nike Exiles. They know that they have the advantage by playing in the close quarters, especially with the ball, because the ball isn't the wrecking balls won't have the same freedom of movement, and they went straight for a symmetric teleport all the way up to the high ground. That was a good play there, but Eric was able to counteract by taking out 2. Jazz taking out Avichan, that's 1 support down, but Eric's with the triple, and it might be enough for Nike Exiles to for Badvam to win this point, but everyone gets moved down to the lower ground. Nike Exiles is gonna hold this.
Yeah, Nike Exiles, they've done a really good job holding this point. I think they don't know what else needs to be done from this point because they've just tidied this up quite convincingly with 2 team fights. They've got only 1 of the 4 ultimates that they used when they all came online, so they're now still, once again, very high on their ult economy. 5 out of 6 ultimates ready to come online very shortly, with Jazz 1 Coalescence really just pulling out, make sure that that team fight was in their favor that whole time.
Now this entire this entire team fight is going to be decided on whether Cracker can get a bomb out or not. But he gets slept out, nearly getting taken out. He is pretty low as well. Dragger did well taking out Beer King, so they might actually win this team fight just on the neutral game alone. But Eric takes out 2 with the Death Blossom. He's probably going to take out Devil King, but the bombs was able to the bombs sadly had to slow him down, and they're gonna push. And for the first time in this match, Badvam's gonna be taking the point.
Yeah, you can see Badvam's definitely poised themselves and locked themselves in a very wide position across both doorways. So they're gonna move in, they're gonna take one, or they're gonna split up. So they're gonna take the rightmost exit from their spawn. Here comes the Riptide from Crackers. Where's it gonna land?
He's trying to
let
find
all
someone.
those ultimates fly out the door, and Crackers manages to get Veinless, the other Junkrat on the team. Looks like he swapped out. Looks like Blind City is still going to continue just maintaining a bit of a stall tactic here, just being able to still spin around until defeat.
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. If you notice, Obi, so like what you've seen when Blind City was trying to do that spin, he actually grappled the lower level of the center point.
He did, yeah.
So if you guys have been watching Reddit, there's been a glitch that's been going out recently in which you can actually grapple the lower point there over in Oasis and still act as you can spin to win as a Hammond. So that's pretty interesting, but sadly he was countered by the entire team of Nike Exiles just telling him to just to get off the point.
Yeah, Nike Exiles being able to completely shovel them underneath the floors of that building, down inside the doorways, and it looks like the team fight just gets itself done and dusted. I think they've tidied that one up quite nicely. I think that was very convincing for Mat 3 to pull out something very similar, this time with Wrecking Ball's favorite, Little Pillar. How do you think this one will turn out?
I think it's gonna turn out. It's even pickings, honestly. I feel like Nike Exiles has now discovered the tactic on how to deal with Badvam, especially by still keeping Devil King on the Rhine to peel. So Badvam's gonna have to figure out a way to change their play in a way that they can dive without by separating the supports. But it looks like Devil King switched back to a full dive, so maybe Badvam might actually have the advantage here.
Yeah, so definitely this is the map for the Pharaohs to come out and shine. Let's see if we can see Draggery and Lansidius on the Wrecking Ball and the Zarya against the Devil King's Winston and the Diva. See how these 2 compositions fare through.
Yeah, it really is the Pharah v Pharah matchup here. Ooh, Eric for taking out Beer King.
Not okay for Beer King. And neither for Blind Sidious, who was on anti-native went purple.
Alright, so it looks like the matchup's gonna be quite ooh, beautiful dive there by Devil King. He was able to get everyone down. That's enough to take out Sky for the help. Avichan with the help. But it looks like both teams are still scrambling for the point. Each time they get a pick, it's not decisive enough to win the entire fight. But it looks like Nike Exiles are winning this fight by the skin of their teeth. Actually, it's just enough. If they can finish off XEM over there, they'd be able to win. But XEM is able to just stall this point out. But Nike Exile is going to be winning this. But oof, Eric's doesn't want. Apparently, Eric hasn't gotten the memo. He still hasn't gotten out. 18, he gets taken out by Devil King, and that's Nike Exiles winning the point.
Yeah, Badvam looking like they've had quite the setup that didn't quite work well in their favor this time round. And it looks like it's just most of the rotations just didn't quite pincer a bunch of Nike Exiles into place. This looks like they've got their defense in lock this time round. So if they manage to hold on to this, I think we managed to get ourselves a map 3.
Exactly. It looks like we are moving to map 3 now. Ult economy is currently on Nike Exile's favor. So let's see how Badvam's going to counteract this. Eric's already taking out Jazz. That's 1 nano down. That could be the team fight. Let's see how they're going to respond to this. They won't be able to nano in case Devil King does go for the monkey ult. But he is pretty close. XCM with the coalescence. He might just bust it out right now just to keep the rest of his team alive. Nope, they're gonna. Nope, there he is. He's gonna hold it out.
Devil King still managed to hold out over on the ground there, but he's managed to push back Mora, who's being bubbled, so it's reduced a whole lot of the damage that could have been taken.
Cracker's nearly getting taken out. He gets taken out by Baneless with a beautiful ult on the backside there. Devil King really trying to make sure that Badvam's back line gets pressured, but he gets taken out by Eric's, and this is going to be a team fight by Badvam, beautifully countering a lot of those ults.
Yeah, not quite the happy landing Callister wanted out of the mech. So Jazz, where's Jazz gone? Misplaced him. It looks like they've really just set themselves poised to be able to return this and be able to re-show that they still managed to hold on to this point. Their sleep dart was pretty nasty. Managed to get away just fine, XCM.
Alright, now the only one that's got ult on Badvam right now is Draggery, and this might be the play that they need. If they can use that. Ooh, but Casilton with the bomb takes out 2. Beer King gonna finish off XCM, and that's a team fight off for Nike Exiles. They're gonna win that. That was unlucky.
Okay, then Blind City is back on the spin to win. Favorite pillar of his. That is just completely blind by Cracker's barrage. And it looks like there's not much to worry about from here. Retaking the point, and it looks like
to be fair on Badvam's point, Blind City's on the spin to win actually did force Crackers to use that ult. That could have been a play. That could have been a ult that decided a team fight right now. So if Badvam can combo their ults effectively here, they could at least stall out 2 team fights if they can just if they can save the grab or the bomb at the same time. Let's see how they're gonna go for it.
The number of ults now. Badvam, let's go.
That hurts. It's just painful.
Yeah, poised to still retake that point, even though most of Nike Exiles is ready to just sit up and ready to take this back. Well, it looks like a whole lot of shuffling is going on. It looks like Mercy has been antied. Avichan might still maintain still a bit of survival with that Valkyrie. Valkyrie battle, Valkyries. Baneless goes down to a melee from Crackers.
Beautiful shot there by XCM taking out Sky. And
very good shot from XCM, trying to show us stuff.
We had the triple kill. The man might as well be a 3rd DPS at this point, which isn't surprising since he was DPS in the last fight in Gibraltar. So
you bet. So there was no surprise that we now see him on Zen, and he'll still be able to frag along with the rest of the DPS line.
Make that a 4th, taking out Crackers on the Echo. That's a good stall out there, forcing Sky to actually use a revive. They're still holding on. Still holding on to these ults quite a lot. We're still waiting for them to use it. Draggery might be able to bust out a grab here. There it is. He takes out 3 because of the help from Blind Save. Just takes out Crackers. The trans by XCM saves the rest of his team, and they're gonna stall it out to 99 if they can take out Devil King.
Oh, and that ultimate was still popped off just on the very edge, just to be able to recover and be able to get back onto the point for full health. The Mercy's still here, so Sky is actually doing an alright hang time, making sure the team is still bubbling along with this Wrecking Ball, still spinning to win. I think the promise is high that we can still see this go to 99.99, and there it is! Here we go, who's going to be able to get it?
Oh, but it looks like Team Badvam was able to make it back into the point before time runs out, and that's going to be 2-1 for Team Badvam. And that is...
Badvam, yes indeed.
Badvam for the 2-0. Oh wait, sorry,
like
my apologies, not for a 2-0, that's for the 1-1. We're going to a 3rd point, aren't we? Oh, I'm so confused.
1-1.
It's 1-1, yes,
yeah,
it is
that's
1-1.
Okay. This has been quite a brilliant match. I experienced the same confusion as well when you look at on the surface that this is just only map 2. That's a 2-0. And Crackers and Nike Exiles will be moving on to the lower bracket of this tournament. While we still have Badvam on the way up.